Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going over a recent poll released by the Legger 360 poll of about 1,000 respondents on a generic Democrat versus generic Republican poll. Now, I do want to caution this now. I don't 100% agree with this poll, and I'll lay out some arguments why. However, I still think the poll is very, very interesting because I think there's always something to learn from at least some polls, or from most polls. So, in the 2022 midterms, this is the first generic ballot poll we've seen. Democrats start off with 39%, Republicans start off with 31%, with 30% undecided or not knowing. So, what do I take away from this? Well, number one, it's important to reference the fact that the polling in 2020 for generic ballot was off. Republicans gained in the House, and they gained in pretty big numbers, when the generic poll showed the Republicans should have got creamed in the House. And that did not happen. So the generic ballot polls is often a national poll, and I don't think really national polls are often that important or that reliable because we don't elect presidents and candidates by nationwide polls. We elect them by state polls. So that's why it's I think it's more important how a Republican candidate for president's doing in Wisconsin than I do how they're doing in the whole country. The generic ballot's the same thing. I don't really think voters, how they vote in Washington State, are going to care how voters voting in Alabama or something. So I think a generic ballot poll is very, well, it's what it is. It's generic. It's just supposed to give you a feel of what the country's feeling, but that probably does not necessarily reflect how your state is feeling. However, 39% to 31%, 8-point spread is still very, very notable. What I take from this is the 30% don't know. And I doubt there's actually 30% of America who are undecided. It's more that they probably just don't want to be associated with either party right now. But I would expect in 2022, 39-31, that leaves about 39-31, that's 70%, so 30% undecided. I don't really know how 2022 is going to vote yet. It's supposed to be a Republican wave year. All indicators show it should be a Republican wave year. However, we have to wait and see what's going to happen. I would expect the Republicans to either lead in the generic ballot by Election Day or be very, very close to leading. But again, 2020 showed that a lot of times generic ballot polls are overperforming Democrats and underperforming Republicans. So I don't think this poll is 100% accurate. I don't even know if it's 50% accurate, to be honest. But this is a preliminary poll. The midterms aren't for another 2 years, so it's very, very hard to say if this poll is actually going to be even somewhat accurate because of how far away we are. But it's still interesting to know that, right now, I think if the midterms were today, I would expect the Democrats to have a little advantage because in the next 2 years, the Republicans, if they're going to want to win big in the midterms, they're going to start getting their ground game and their media campaign out against President Biden's administration. If the election was held today, I'd expect it to be a little better for Democrats than otherwise it would be. However, I think the Republicans are still in a strong position for 2022, and this poll is just a indicator that there's a lot of undecided vote that's going to break probably one way or the other in 2022, and it's something interesting to keep an eye on. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you always get updated whenever I post a new one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.